Ready to get started with another episode of State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown, myself. So you guys stay tuned. We are about to get started here very shortly. The topic today is it's a game changer for a lot of people, and it's a great opportunity for people. But how many people are aware of the information? And that's what's going to be key. Definitely, you guys have that input, because that's what this channel is all about, making sure that you guys get the information that's going to help you be successful, whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate, or even if you're doing something entrepreneur like. That's what it's all about. As I've mentioned in the past, this channel, if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so. But this channel is for those who are trying to expand, for those who are trying to do something a little bit different. Let's really do what it takes to make this happen. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this presentation started. Share that from the beginning. All right, everybody. Hey, this is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. This is another episode of State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown, where we not only talk about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, but we also talk about different entrepreneur type activities, as well as building generational wealth. And if you guys are familiar with real estate is the root of a lot of people's generational wealth. So that's why I wanted to start with this. And that's why I'm focusing on real estate and other things that may fall in line with real estate. If you haven't already, be sure to like and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. This will give you the updates of different videos that I'll be providing, just giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to buy, sell, invest in real estate, also entrepreneur. I can't wait to get into the entrepreneur thing. So more of that to come in the near future. So be sure to like, subscribe, click on the notification button, as well as if this is some information that you find to be helpful, be sure to do the liking and commenting, but also share this information with someone else. If you care about someone else and you know that they're in the process of buying, selling, or possibly investing in real estate, be sure to have them check out this YouTube channel, but then also have them message me. If they have a specific question, maybe there may be some information that I've already talked about that I can share with them and make sure that they get that additional insight. I have people contacting me on a regular basis, whether it's buying, selling, or even investing in real estate, and also just entrepreneurship type of conversations as well. So I'm always open to that. But as I mentioned, as we all know, we are in a seller's market. We're always looking for different opportunities to be able to expand. So with the seller's market that we have right now, we are just recently experiencing a new update. And this update is like literally just a few days old. And it's basically there are new FHA guidelines that are basically, it's going to help boost more home ownership. And what that means, it means it's going to be a higher demand now. So we still are at a point where we have that low supply. If you guys paid attention to a few of my other videos, I'm seeing how the market is going to be trending, just to kind of see what it's going to do, especially during the summertime. Traditionally, there's a lot of activity during the summer months, just because a lot of people have, if they have families and they have kids, the kids are out of school at this point and they're doing some moving around. They may be doing some vacationing, or they just may be like, hey, I have time now to actually clean this house up and get it ready for the market. In addition to that, we also have a lot of investors who are, if they're selling their properties, and the reason that they're selling them heavily during the summer months, because traditionally, a lot of people, when they start their lease, it's during the summer months. And that's typically when the kids are out of school and they can take the time to move, because moving, it's a process. If you haven't moved in a while, It's a process. And I haven't moved in a while, but I still remember the last time that I did move. And man, I'm having flashbacks of it. So it's a process. So we're seeing what's going to happen. So I know at the end of this month, at the time of this video, this is June. So at the end of June, I'll also do another market analysis just to kind of see what's been trending, new listings. Are we getting more inventory? Are we expecting new things? Is there news out there that's going to give us hope? You know, it's a couple of different things that are going on. So not only is it the end of June, but it's also going to be the end of the second quarter at the end of this month. So be sure to tune in for that market update. So that should be a lot of information that I'll be sharing. But today we want to specifically talk about the new FHA guidelines that should be placing a boost on home ownership, specifically for people with student loans. All right. So let's get over to this information. So one of the big things that is this, like I said, this new update is just placed out there a few days ago. Happened. There was a bill that was signed to HUD changing the guidelines for FHA requirements. In the past, what has happened is that if someone has a student debt or student loan that is out there, it had to be calculated within the numbers. So a lot of people say, oh, well, my loans are on deferment, I don't have to make payments, da, 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 da. But if you're going for, previously, as you were going for an FHA loan, you had to calculate that debt into your debt to income ratio. And typically what they would do is total all of that debt and say that and suggest that you had a payment that was equal to 1% of your student debt. Now, for a lot of people, student debt ranges, you know, from mid to high 20s all the way up to a couple of or a few $100,000. So it depends on what you went to school for and what was, you know, going on in your life and where you are in your life. So with that being said, a lot of people, one, could not get a home, or two, if they were making a good amount of money and they had to place that additional calculation in there, then what would happen is that they would actually they wouldn't be able to afford as much home, or at least put it this way, they wouldn't qualify for as much home. And you have a lot of people that spend a number of years in school making great money, but they're paying off their student loan debt. By them having to pay that off, what's happening is now they're in a situation where that is impacting the amount of home that they would actually qualify for. So they may be able to afford a higher payment, but because how the calculations work and with lending, especially on the FHA side, and we're specifically going to speak about the FHA today, about on the FHA side, they place that 1% in there, and you're in a position where you're not able to get as much house as you can technically afford. And that does impact a lot of people. And with the market going the way that it's going, where the inventory of homes, where the prices are increasing, you have a lot of people that are actually getting priced out of the market, not only because one, that they may not be able to do the monthly payment, but two, is because now the debt to income and the type of home that they want to get, the debt to income ratios are too high. So with that being said, I wanted to give you guys a general idea of how student debt has been impacting different people that are thinking about buying a home or that are currently in the market. So this is a win-win for people who are with student loan debt, and also for sellers. You know, the sellers appreciate more buyers coming to the market. Reason being is because now they feel that they'll be able to get their home sold. They'll also be able to possibly get more money for their homes, possibly. You know, we'll see how this trends out. But with that being said, more demand, less supply. So things are happening to give us more demand, which means that the prices are increasing. So in general, what we need to do is have things happen that will increase the inventory for us to see some type of shift where, have what people will call normality. But at this point, prices are going to go up because demand is going up and the supplies are continuously trending down. So with that being said, I wanted to show you guys this little slide here. So for a person that is, say, going for the traditional 4-year degree, bachelor's degree, the average debt is about $29,000. Once that person graduates, say they're in debt for about $29,000, and that's the average debt for a bachelor's degree. They're going for graduate school, you're looking to increase that amount to about $71,000. Then you have where parents are contributing, or now parents are helping their child or loved one with school. They collect a little bit of debt because they take on a little bit of the load. That's around $16,000. Then you also have individuals that may be going for, say, their doctorate's degree, pharmaceutical, medical, law, going to law school. That's when the numbers really start going sky high, where you're looking into the 6 figures for student debt. And that's just debt. So in the past, and we can look at graduates, say 71,000. So 71,000 previously, if you're getting an FHA loan, they would calculate 1% as that being to go towards what would be your ideal payment for that month. I said, if it was deferred, some people are like, oh, it's deferred, I don't have to make that payment. But when they're doing the calculation, they did calculate this. And so 1% of, say, 71,000, you're looking at, say, $710 per month. So if you think of it as an extra bill, $710 can go a long way. That's like, in some cases, that's 2 cars for people. But that is that's a nice car at, say if you had a $710 bill, that's a pretty decent car. So you got to figure, if you are looking at the number game, that could really impact the amount of home that you can actually afford per month. See, if you were able to contribute $710 towards a home per month, think of it in that way. So say if you're looking to stay in a payment of around $2,000 a month for your home payment, but now since you have this $710 debt each month, now technically you can only afford a $1,300 payment. You get what I'm saying? So instead of $2,000, subtract that $700, now you're at $1,300. So a home that you could pay $2,000 a month for, versus now you were previously placed in a position where you have to pick out a home that's about $1,300 a month. Doesn't that really impacts you? So with that being said, with the new guidelines, this is what's going on. So instead of calculating, and it's more guidelines, I'm going to have somebody else come on at some point here very soon to be able to give us the nitty gritty of all of the details. But in short, what they've done is, instead of doing 1% calculation, they're asking them to do 0.5%. So it's basically cutting it in half. So it increases a person that was, say, looking at a $1,300 payment. Now they're probably looking at more of a $1,650 payment per month. So you can see the difference in a home, difference in the price range that they're able to afford a home. And it also increases their purchasing power. So with that being said, a lot of people weren't going out looking for homes, because if they were in a $1,300 range, there's not much that you can pay for now that's on the market, at least in my market, that at $1,300 per month. So with that being said, if now that they have more purchasing power, now those individuals could look at more of a home that they probably could definitely afford, but they're going to be able to qualify for it with their FHA. So keep this in mind. These new guidelines are just impacting FHA loans. This is not impacting the VA. This is not your conventional. This is obviously not your cash as well. So keep this in mind. So this news does bring more buyers to the market. Buyers who felt that they were priced out, now that they can come back to the market and actually find a home that may suit their needs. And especially if you have a good sized family, if your payments were reduced and you were looking at the homes that were in that price range, now you're looking at a situation where it's like, okay, that home right there is too small for me. But now that things have changed, I can afford the bigger home that can fit my actual family. Let's get back in the market. Let's see what's going on. So even though it's great news for FHA buyers that had the student debt that was holding them back, but now this means we have more buyers coming to the market, and we still have a low supply of homes. So keep that in mind. I just want to bring you this information because I know it's out there. So we'll definitely have more updates in regards to the FHA, the new guidelines for the FHA loan in regards to the student loan debt and how it's going to impact the purchasing power, and also how it's going to impact the demand for home ownership, especially for right now in 2021. So much is going on, but this does increase the amount of people that are looking for homes. So, but it does place them in a position where now they can kind of battle the price increase, because with the price increase, now they can actually play ball, whereas before they couldn't play ball. So now buyers that were in that situation, now they can play ball and really see what's going on and see if there truly is an opportunity out there for them. So with that being said, you know, you guys, I love giving you guys new information, but I always tell you guys, hey, if you are thinking about getting your home sold this year in 2021, there is a free website if you want to go ahead and do a desktop evaluation of your current home. Visit showmyhomeestimate.com. Visit that website. That website will allow you to actually go ahead and that information will go ahead and let you give you an insight of what your market is actually doing. If I tell you guys something distracting me, but it'll give you an insight as in what your market is actually doing right now. And you guys definitely want to check that out. Okay. So just get an idea of what your market is, what your home is doing in the current market. You'll see the activity. That's a free website. Or matter of fact, if you are in the Tampa Bay area, instead of just doing the desktop review, if you're thinking about getting your home sold, contact me directly. Visit realestatewithchrisbrown.com. I'll come out, I'll do a free evaluation of your home and give you a better idea of what the specific market is doing, especially value-wise, what properties are actually selling, what those properties actually had in them as upgrades, so you can compare it with your home and get the best value for your home. But as always, like I said, thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate in the Tampa Bay area, be sure to check out realestatewithchrisbrown.com. If you're on social media, be sure to follow me. You know, say something nice. Say something nice. Let me know that you like the information that I'm providing. Be sure to like the videos, share them. Follow me on social media at Chris Brown, RE Pro. That is my social media handle. Be sure to check that out. Love to talk to you guys, chit chat with you guys in regards to real estate, see what I'm doing in the real estate world, as well as entrepreneurship and building generational. But as always, once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for tuning into this episode of State of the Real Estate Market with Chris Brown, your real estate professional. If you are buying, selling, or investing in the Tampa Bay area, check out realestatewithchrisbrown.com. Take care, guys.